Greetings and welcome to Bike Guys. We're going to do a little shop talk today to show an installation of a radiator guard. Well, welcome to our shop. We are working on a TM EN 300 today. And I'm going to put some radiator braces on here, and it's a pretty simple process. We're trying to work into doing some more of these shop talk videos, and we'd like to introduce you guys to some different aspects of working on the bikes. The TM brand bike has been just a wonderful bike. We've been dealers for them for a little while, and I'm just getting to know these bikes better and better all the time. I enjoy doing those installs and things like that. So first thing we did was pull that cover off of that side. I'm going to drain the antifreeze out of it. This is a drain plug on the bottom of the water pump that will drain just about all of the antifreeze out of the motor because it's in the lowest point on there. And you'll see when we get up here, that's not just running out on the ground and it's not running on the shop floor. I do have a catch basin here, but typical deal. These things are always messy to drain the antifreeze out of them. But you need to drain that antifreeze out of them before you start taking the hoses and stuff off. Now I wanted to give you a warning here. I think in the next shot here you'll see my little puppy dog back there. She was in our shop. She comes down some days and hangs out with us. But be very careful with the antifreeze around pets, particularly dogs. We are really aware of a problem that can happen with dogs that will lick the antifreeze. Not good. It's poison to them. So make sure that you don't leave any on the floor and that. It tastes sweet to them, so they will go after it. So here we are just releasing the hoses and that sort of thing here to take the radiator off on the left side here. And it's just a matter of unscrewing the clamps on the hoses and working the hoses down off of there. And just a little bit of patience as you go. It's not a difficult process at all. And then the hoses sometimes, if they've been really hot or something, they'll stick. It takes a little more extra work to get them off of the radiator bungs. The bung is the little metal part that sticks out. You put the hose on. So we're going to release the radiator from the frame here. And we have also discovered that a lot of these can be done without taking the hoses loose if you're very careful. You may have to undo one hose or something like that, but you don't need to take all of them loose to get some of the braces inside. So here we're just taking them out. And if you noticed, I'm not using power tools to take these screws in, bolts in and out. I've found that the power tools, you can end up stripping the bolts or getting them cross-threaded and different things like that. So here's the inside brace, test fitted. Now we'll put the radiator back on. I've added the rods to the front. And the rods are what give it additional strength. And one of the reasons that we're going through this process on this bike is we have another bike that came in and it just tipped over and it hit just wrong and it crushed in the side of the radiator. Now many of these radiators can be straightened out if they do get bent up, but this is a small price to pay to protect them. Those radiators cost a couple of $100 a piece to replace. So we decided rather than go through that expense, I think it's something like 80, 90 bucks or something for the set. But you'll see when I put it up here, see how it attaches to the frame? And that will keep it from twisting. The radiator won't twist whether if you hit something or just over time. Sometimes some of them will sag. And once it's bolted into the frame there, it makes a very rigid structure and holds that radiator in place. Now there are different types of radiator guards. Some of them cover the whole front and all of that sort of thing. I like this idea because it's a lot lighter and it does what I need it to do. Now we did discover that the bolt was a little short, so I went and got another bolt, put in that bottom mount there. But this is the simple process, and you can just repeat it on the other side, and then your radiators will have a lot more protection. We put the stock radiator vent back in the front, the plastic one. You'll see it there, and you see the two rods. They're mounted to the front of the brakes, and that takes care of that. So thanks for hanging out, and stick around. We'll have more shop talk in the future.